Caitlin Clark's season has come to a heartbreaking end, and the fallout is shaking the WNBA to its core. This isn't just another injury story. Not just another case of bad luck with a young superstar sidelined. No, this feels bigger. This feels like the result of a league that refused to protect its brightest star, a player who was carrying record ratings, sold-out arenas, and the hopes of an entire sport on her shoulders. And while Clark grinded through injury after injury, while she should have been shielded from reckless play, Angel Reese and others seemed to thrive on turning every matchup into a sideshow fueled by jealousy. That's where this tragedy begins. It wasn't one injury, it was a steady breakdown. A quad strain in May, groin issues by June, a bone bruise in August. Each time Clark was patched up and sent back into the fire. Was pushed to perform because she was the league's ticket sales, the league's television ratings, the league's golden goose. But she wasn't playing in a fair fight. Game after game, fans saw her shoved, grabbed, bodied, and hacked off the ball. The whistles rarely came, and when they did, they were drowned out by the sight of opponents, Reese chief among them, smirking or celebrating like this was part of the game. It wasn't basketball anymore. It was open targeting, and the result was inevitable. Clark's body finally gave out. The league's response? Empty words. Angel Reese's response? Silence, maybe even satisfaction. And that silence said more than words ever could. Here was the very player who benefited most from Clark's rise, who saw her own profile explode only because Clark drew the crowds. And yet when Clark crumbled under the weight of constant abuse, Reese offered no respect, no empathy. Instead, she leaned further into the villain role. She even went so far as to say that 20 years from now, people wouldn't just remember Clark, they'd remember her. She couldn't even bring herself to say Clark's name. That wasn't confidence. That was envy wrapped in defiance. And fans weren't fooled. Look at the numbers. Reese's star power without Clark has been exposed brutally. Her unrivaled stint. Barely over 220,000 viewers. Her games in Chicago, attendance hovering in the 8,000s. Compare that to Indiana Fever games with Clark-and-Be-sized arenas, sold out, tickets reselling for hundreds of dollars. Clark was the reason networks opened their wallets. Clark was the reason casual fans tuned in. And the moment she was gone, the house of cards collapsed. All-Star Weekend tickets, hyped for months because Clark was supposed to headline in Indiana, dropped from over $200 to $60 in a single night. Sponsors are panicking. Networks are scrambling. Fans are furious. And the anger isn't just about losing Clark. It's about how the WNBA handled it. Week after week, her status was listed as Day 2 Day, as if that would shield fans from the truth. Instead of being upfront about the severity of her injuries, they dragged out the drama until the inevitable announcement finally dropped. That baton switch burned trust with fans who had spent hundreds on tickets and travel, all to see their star paraded out injured until her body broke down completely. Now, boycotts are growing. Playoff tickets are being refunded en masse. Social media is filled with fans vowing to leave seats empty as a statement. And here's the cruelest irony. Clark gave the WNBA what it had been chasing for decades: mainstream relevance. She brought sponsors, networks, and fans who had never watched before. She turned games into national events. She was the story every sports show lead with. And yet, instead of protecting her, instead of ensuring she had a chance to thrive, the league allowed jealous rivals to chop away at her until there was nothing left. Angel Reese may think she's ready to carry the torch, but the fans have made it clear she isn't. Without Clark, arenas are empty, ratings are sinking, and the so-called momentum has evaporated overnight. Caitlin Clark's season didn't just collapse, was sabotaged by a toxic mix of overuse, league negligence, and jealousy-fueled targeting. And now the WNBA is paying the price. Maybe she'll come back stronger in 2026. Maybe the Fever will rally around stars like Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston. Maybe Lexi Hull will keep grinding. But the truth is, the league had its chance. It had its golden moment, and let it slip away, all because it couldn't protect the one player who mattered most. What do you think? Is the WNBA to blame for Caitlin Clark's season-ending collapse? Or was this just bad luck? Should Angel Reese be held accountable for fueling this toxic atmosphere, or is the league itself the real problem? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on these deep dives into the stories shaking sports to their core.